So my name is Ava Grundy. I'm majoring in philosophy and psychology with a minor in criminology. I think the first night I was actually here, actually in the dining hall right over there. I used to be such an introvert in high school, and I realized this is a time where no one's gonna know me, and I can actually get up and start asking people to come sit with me who don't already have a group yet or talk with people. So I think that was a point where I realized, okay, maybe I'm not as much of an introvert as I thought. Another thing that clicked for me was getting to decide what classes I want. I realized that there's no real path I need to take. I get to create it as I go, and I think that was the first time I really felt like an adult and I had autonomy, and that I get to create the type of person I want to be here at CU Denver and in the Denver community. I first started out with psychology because I just wanted to understand, what does it mean to be a human? What is the human experience? In psychology, I really learned all of the biological processes that happen to make us feel, to make us think, to make us act. And I took an intro to philosophy course, and I realized there are bigger questions to ask just outside of the sciences of what is truth versus a belief? How do we interpret morality? In psychology, we learn that serotonin makes us feel good, and when we don't have it, then we're depressed and we need to take an SSRI. And in philosophy, it was more, well, why don't we have serotonin? Is it something that we're not eating? Those types of studies allow us to ask bigger questions about what's happening outside of us that make us human. Advocacy first starts with advocating for yourself. As a dyslexic student here, you need to go to the professors, you need to tell them what accommodations you need, and also tell them where you're at in the coursework. I think that you can't expect to advocate for other people if you can't do it for yourself. And I think when you start getting into leadership roles, I started seeing where there were needs and where I could fill them, and help people and support their education as well. So I think advocacy for me is finding needs, how can I fill them, along with being a new learner. Every time there's going to be experiences that I've never had, and being willing to learn, I think allows you to be a better advocate for people. I was actually a preschool teacher here on campus, and I think I learned the most from those students, 1 through 5 years old, because they told me what it means to be curious, to keep wondering, and I think when they ask you why a million times, it was a reminder for myself to keep asking why. A lot of the times we just kind of are satisfied with the answer people give us, and I think that really shows us to keep being philosophical thinkers and ask why, and keep pushing the envelope as far as we can. I don't really think there was a specific thing that led me to it. I just started hanging around professors and other students who are interested in law, and I realized, I actually want the knowledge to know what laws and rules govern me, and how can I also advocate for people on that level. There's only so much I can do as a student. As a pre-law society president, I was able to get them LSAT tutors and find textbooks for people, but I can only go so far. And when people have questions more about what it means to be a community member in Denver, I don't have those answers, and so I think I want to have the most knowledge and be able to help the most amount of people. Another thing that happened is working with kids. You realize how vulnerable they are, and I realized that there was a limited amount that I could do as a teacher, and I think that really sparked a passion for me to want to learn the law and be able to protect not only younger students, but people who might not be able to advocate for themselves.